Hey, everybody. This is not the usual sort of video that I make, and I hope that everyone is doing well. If you've been online in the D&D or even the ttrpg community, you've probably seen a lot of stuff going on right now about the OGL from Wizards of the Coast, and even, your big name favorite YouTubers too. And I've been pretty quiet about a lot of this. I've been quiet first and foremost because of the new life changes that have been coming my way after the new year, which are, actually good and are completely outside of the OGL. So I've just been getting adjusted to this new schedule, and I've just been busy getting settled. But I've also been quiet because I'm not going to come over here and pretend like I'm a lawyer or that I know how any of this is going to go. I love this game, and I'm sad to see corporate greed rip so much of this community apart. So for the meantime, I wanted to address a few things that won't make me feel like I'm beating a dead horse. First and foremost, I was for a very long time super dedicated to D&D, and I wasn't really too inclined to check out other TTRPGs. And this isn't to say that these other options aren't good or fun or even well made. It's just a lot of it was more so just because I didn't have the time to really get started playing. Some people just have games that they want to play, and honestly, as long as you're not being a jerk about it, then do what you're going to do. Some people are busy with a lot of things going on in their lives, and in the case of TTRPGs, you also have this difficulty where you need a group of friends to play that said game with. It's not like you can just, slap on your Game Boy and, play some old Pokemon games. You need a group. You need to play this game with other people. So for the people that want to be committed to the community in this game, or even have difficulties trying to branch out into other games and are just settling with D&D because it's what they know, please don't give them any ill will. And even too, for all of the content creators that have loved this game and really want to continue making third-party content for this game, please do not give them any ill will. No one is saying that they're trying to take down the community with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro and ruin, your D&D campaign or your TTRPGs or anything for you. The people that love this game and love this community are not your enemies. They are not the people that are trying to take this away from you. So please don't treat them like they are. And of course, they want us to fight. It's been chaos. Every new day, sometimes it feels like every new hour, there is some new information that drops that sends people into a spiral. And they want us to be so distracted fighting ourselves that we don't see the real issues. If the OGL gets tampered with, this will affect everyone on some aspect, and we need to continue to stay vigilant. So please continue the fight. Let Hasbro and Wizards know that you're upset about these changes that they've been trying to implement, and that you want this to be different. So now, secondly, after that big rant, I also haven't posted much recently other than my shorts, simply because I have no idea what's happening with the OGL, as I mentioned previously, and personally it didn't seem right to make a new big post of a, like a video or a build or just something with all of the tension that's been going on. I wanted to address everything first, and the nature of this chaos has changed so much just over the last few days, and I was afraid that when I actually got to make this video, the situation would have either gotten incredibly worse, or hopefully even fixed itself. But even then, I was afraid that what I would post would be completely irrelevant later. So regardless, I've been wanting to make more content and show you guys, but I've honestly been kind of on edge with this situation, so I just haven't. I wanted to preface where I envisioned the channel going and where I'm aiming for it to go now. So, I was envisioning this channel to be a D&D channel. A lot of the inspiration for this channel comes from the chaos and the shenanigans that I tried to do or actually get to do in my D&D games with friends, and I thought some other people would be interested in my ideas and voice on these things too. And based on how that's going so far, it seems like I was right about that, and thank you, all of you, by the way. The positive feedback I've gotten on a lot of my videos so far is great, and I really appreciate it, even considering the fact, too, that this is a pretty small channel. Like, I made this channel last month, which also, too, thinking about the timing of everything, it's like, wow, what a time to make a new D&D channel, am I right? So, regardless, just thank you, everyone, for your support. I not only wanted to create content that I'd like, but also stuff you guys would like as well. And a lot of my shorts currently exist for mostly DMs, or maybe I should say GMs now. When I first started playing, I had to be the GM, but over time I found groups where I could finally try my hand at being a player. But having been the forever GM for so long, I know how hard it can be to run a game and come up with ideas for the story. And personally, I feel like a lot of content on YouTube is much more geared towards the players of the game rather than the person running it. Moving forward, I want to continue making content that appeals to game masters, such as lore videos, as well as resources to help you get started, as well as just throwing fun things, at your players, and giving you the tools to do that. And also, I've had a ton of fun making the build videos, and I still want to tackle even more of those. I love pushing D&D to its limits, and I still have plenty of other crazy things that I want to show you guys, but have been delayed because of me trying to articulate how I'm feeling in this video. So I just wanted to say, in summary of everything, I'm aiming to diversify my content more from this point. I'll still be covering D&D as long as I'm having fun with it and as long as you guys are enjoying the videos. But I'm going to try to make GM resources that are more well-rounded to other systems, as well as making guides, builds, and even potentially reviews for other game systems that you guys can enjoy. And learn from too, because I think for a lot of people, the joke, oh, we go to Pathfinder now, lol, is going to be very common, and it's less of a joke now. So speaking of that, I am actually working on learning new systems, and Pathfinder is definitely a big one that's coming out for me personally. So what I'm trying to say here, though, is we're hitting some very new territory. But overall, I don't want to be solely a D&D YouTuber. I want to make D&D content, but I also want to make other sorts of content too. So I'm going to be trying to diversify my content moving forward to be a bit more helpful for different game systems, different styles, different roles. So, pardon my rant for everything. If you guys have been, on the edge of your seats waiting for the next crazy build or NPC or other, Smiles and Schemes video, they're coming back. I'm making more content. I've been working on making more content. I just felt like this is something that I needed to address first. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I know it can be very easy to give into anger and just trying to make sense of everything that's going on and even wondering what may happen tomorrow. Every time the dust seems to settle, things kick it back up again. But please, keep smiling, keep scheming, and keep having fun playing, whatever you play. And I'll be seeing you guys with more regularly scheduled content soon.